Hey, what's up guys, Z-Man here. Today I'm going to do a tutorial, the first tutorial I've ever done on this channel. So, we are going to do a time attack tutorial for Green Hill Zone. So, I'm not going to show you exactly how to do it, just because I personally haven't mastered each route. But these are my times right here, and this is just on PC. I think I have this game both on PC and my Switch. I don't know which one has the best time. I think both of them are around 31 seconds. Actually, I think I just beat my time on the Switch with 31 seconds and 10 milliseconds, whatever that is. So, I'm alright on the leaderboards. So, I'm top 100 there. And, man, technically speaking, I should be a little bit farther ahead just because of these illegitimate times. But either way, just to show you that my route's pretty good, and most of these guys, I believe, with what I've researched with other people's higher scoring times like these, are using the same general route. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what that route is, and there's actually two routes that are about the same time, and both of them can be a little easier skill-wise. So first of all, I'll show you both routes in a slower manner. So first off, the best thing to do here is right before you start, you do a spin dash here, and you got to time it right. You won't be, well, maybe you could get it like exact every time, but you want to be able to spin dash, and when you're spin dashing, you're going to jump underneath this and bounce like that, right off of this item box. So let's go back over here. Try it again, like that, and then if you keep spin dashing, you'll roll all the way over there. So once you get that down, that really shaves down a couple of little bits of time. But it's not well, it's easier when you start right from here. If you start from the same spot every time, you should get used to it pretty well. And you have to do a perfect spin dash, which is basically just as fast as the spin dash will go. And I find that if you completely transition smoothly from holding down to forward after the spin dash, it should stay the proper speed. So you do that, jump here, and if you don't stay in a spin dash after you bounce, you'll just hit that moto bug and die immediately. So you have to jump down here and then immediately hold down so you go into your roll. So let's start it again. Hit that, keep going. I jump around here. There's always other ways to perfect that. You could find the better way to jump from there, like a little farther down the hill, and you might land better like that. I personally like to jump from here just to be safe, but keep in mind whenever I show you how to do something, always practice it and try different things. Experimentation is probably the best thing you can do with all of these routes. So anyway, start from back here again. So once I jump from here, I jump right there, so like if you wait too long, you'll jump here, and then a lot of the times, if you're going, you'll be going faster than that most likely, so then you'll probably hit here, and then that completely stops your momentum. So let's go back over here. Let's jump here, and then usually I'll land around here, and then I'll jump there and land right at the beginning of this block here, which gives me enough time to jump here, jump over, and then do those. So let me start that over real quick, just to keep a flow going. Jump. Now, if you can handle it, and if you get used to it and practice enough, you want to use the drop dash a lot, because that's like one of the best things they've ever added to like running through a level. Really, I'd say, for a 2D scrolling Sonic game. That happens a lot too. Like I'll press X a couple too many times, and then you'll jump instead of just spin dashing, and you got to start over. And see, I don't even get it perfect every time, but once you get used to it, you should be getting it most of the time anyway. So I jump here, drop dash there, jump up here. I did that a little late, but usually I'll land around about here. Most of the time the crab meat will be here, or whatever he's called. I think he's called crab meat, whatever. So he should be right here, and you might actually hit him. So I can't, for right now, I haven't figured out how to jump over, how I can jump over him or land somewhere here, so I would jump over him without hitting him, because if you hit him, you won't be able to land in a drop dash. So usually I'll do that, and then I'll jump here and time that jump. See how like Let me show you in fast motion so you see what it looks like. Come over here, spin dash. You jump up here, and then I time that jump so I'd go right in between the fish. And then if you hit the chopper fish like this, it won't slow you down. But if you hit them in the mid-air, it'll make you bounce. So you want to try and hit them without bouncing, because bouncing slows you down. See that route, like right there, how I did that, like jump over that fish, that won't completely slow you down, but the best way to do it is to basically land on this rock here. Like if you are able to jump over crab meat there and drop dash on this rock, you'll usually just roll right across. Sometimes you'll hit the fish a little bit, which shouldn't slow you down that much. So anyway, so let's get past that part. So you'll jump. Sometimes you can land on this rock, you can jump over here. Anyway, you come up here, drop dash immediately, roll up here, go onto this hill. I drop dash here as well. Sometimes I'll hit this. I don't know which is faster actually, whether to drop down and hit that buzz bomber or to drop down here and just spin dash like this. The one thing you want to master is jumping immediately after doing the drop dash. Like, hold on, let me demonstrate. Just like that. So definitely try practicing that. So then the next thing you have is this loop here. So you'll come down here. You'll want to be drop dashing down this part here. So like as immediately when you come up and land there, drop dash here, come up this loop and jump. That's something that you could do in even the old Sonic games too. So you can look at. I mean, it shouldn't take you more than a couple tries to get that down. Just like basically, you just have to make sure you're past the very center of the top of the loop. Let's see if I can use my mouse here. Yeah, I can. Okay. I'm seeing it. Okay. So you want to make sure you're past this center part of the loop at the top there. Let me try. Right here. Right. Well, technically, right where the item box is. You know, the center of the loop. Because if you jump before the center of the loop, you'll jump right out, and then your run is ruined, basically. So you want to make sure you jump right afterwards, and then that will either keep your speed up or speed you up completely, depending on how well you timed it. I can't get it exact every time, but when you do, it'll be really, really beneficial to you. So basically, right after that loop, you'll just roll all the way down here. But I will go ahead and restart that just because right after this thing, right after these tubes, you'll have to jump right there and come down here. Well, yeah. Well, actually, yeah. For both routes, you should. For both of the fastest routes, you should go down here. So right as you come out of here, you'll jump here. Try not to make it the highest jump you can, because that'll save you some time, actually. So you'll jump, you'll land usually either about on this rock or right here, depending on how high you jump. If you jump high enough, you'll land over here, which would be fine, but it's actually a little bit faster to land on the rock or this ledge here and do a drop dash. And that'll pick your speed a little bit. That'll pick up your speed back up a little bit. Alright, so let me show you how that should look. Right there. So if you land over here, you should. I forget if you land like that every time, but either way, if you're running like this and you're not in a ball, go ahead and ball up here so you can break through this wall. And as soon as you break through this wall, you'll be hitting a speed up. Now this is where the two routes split. So the first route, which I think is the simplest to learn, is this one. You jump over here, jump up here, and then jump up to this spot. I haven't figured out a great way to get over these spikes with just one jump, so I always just land here and jump over it, and drop dash through here. So then you've got this loop over here. I don't go through the loop anymore, because that's not fast enough, so I don't know if I can do this without the speed up, so let's see. So if I could demonstrate, so you'd be drop dashing through this area right here, then you'd wait until you get to the edge of this cliff here, the very edge, and jump. That way you don't hit this Eggman thing, whatever it is, capsule, whatever. you should land right around this area right here, and then you jump again. Then you should land either right here or the next hill. Let's just do a full demonstration of that. See, there we go. So that was an ideal run right there. You can always experiment and figure out what else you want to do. Like after landing on that loop right there, you can also just do a drop dash from it, and you should land right about here, and you can just keep going. And with that speed boost, you should be landing on these solid ledges here. If you land on these, you can get lucky and run right across them if you're going fast enough, but most of the time if you hit those, you're probably going to go to the spikes, most likely. So once we get past those, you should land right about here if you do it correctly. So when you do land here, you want to go directly into a roll, because there's a bug bomber or whatever they're called, little motobug. There we go. There's a motobug here. I already killed him, but yeah, you want to roll here. And once you do roll here, you want to jump up, completely skip this crab meat, this rock, to keep going right here. So you're gonna be going fast, and you're gonna hit this area, and then you can go in there and into that thing on the right, that little room with the special ring, and you don't want to do that. So basically, when you're going fast enough, you want to time it right and stop here. So you're gonna slide when you do that stop slide animation there. You want to slide right off and do this, charge up a drop dash, and go. So then once you come down here, you'll go down here, and don't even exit the roll if you don't want to. You can run if you want, but I always do the roll just because it's faster. So basically, a lot of the times I thought you would have to jump. I thought you would have to jump off this ramp, but as long as you're going fast enough, as long as you're going the correct speed, you'll go right off this ramp right onto that next ledge there. And then with that, just get up there. I already knocked down that thing there, that little ledge there. But this ledge that's supposed to be here has a little bit of a lip going up that way. So as soon as you hit that, you want to jump. So then you'll miss this crab meat and the spring, because if you run up here and hit the spring, boom, your momentum's gone. Because you'll be going way faster than that, and you'll hit that wall first. Okay, so slide there, come down here, drop dash here, completely roll, get you right at that ledge. I wasn't going fast enough because I lost my speed up. But anyway, you'll jump completely right up to here, and then there's the end right there. So let me show you a semi-perfect. I'm not going to promise that's going to be absolutely perfect, because then I'd be #1 on the leaderboards. So let's do a run real quick. Boom. 31 seconds and 80 milliseconds. I call them milliseconds. I don't know what kind of seconds they are, but that's one of my good records. So as you see, I did a couple different things. Sometimes I actually do a couple different things most of my runs. I don't always do it exactly the same every time. But see, even that wasn't my fastest time. My fastest time is 31.18, and that's just one of the routes. The next route is a little bit harder, just because I personally feel like it's a little more random. Maybe I'm just missing something, but let me show you that one too. So basically, the route's pretty much the same, except for when you hit that speed boost down underneath those cliffs. So here we are. You get the speed boost, but don't jump. Most of the time you'll be able to just run completely underneath this, but if not, you can always, if you think you're going to hit that and just run over, you can always just do a tiny little hop and hit some of these platforms. You want to completely jump over them. When you're going fast enough, you can jump over them, and then you'll land up here, hopefully over this rock so you don't have to jump. Then you'll be going fast enough here, you can roll up this hill to go hit that Motobug that just passed by. He'll be up here. So you'll roll past him and jump again to get over all that, and should hopefully again land after this rock. So then you're running over here, do a really short jump, like just tap the A button or whatever button you use to get up to here and hit this spring, and that puts you right up here, right into this area that we were just at. So usually, a lot of the times I'll have to slow myself down just to hit this area. If you think you're going to land already, if you think you're going to land here, then fine, go ahead and land there. But a lot of the times I feel like it's safer to just do that. So let me go ahead and show you that real quick. So now that's why I say it's random, because once you run down there, you never know if the platforms are going to be moving to your advantage or if they're going to be somewhere else. So now that was pretty much perfect. I hit that Motobug, but that doesn't do a whole lot. And then there you go. That's the whole other route. So then you just complete the level how you would normally, and there you go. That's another time. Obviously, I slowed down a little bit after that route, but those are the two fastest routes. Obviously, look at them and practice them. You can probably find faster ways to do them. I mean, you have to be able to find faster ways to do them. I believe those are the two fastest routes out of everybody I've seen. I've seen people that had like 28 seconds to use those routes, and there you go. I mean, those are the top of the leaderboard times right there, other than hacked ones like these. So when we get down here to the more legitimate looking ones, possibly 27 seconds. 23 seconds I find a little bit weird, but I guess you never know. It depends on who records stuff and who doesn't. So anyway, that is the two fastest routes in Sonic Mania's Green Hill Zone Act 1. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys can get better times than me, because I keep practicing and I'm still not getting better. So if you can find better ways to do it, go and tell me in the comment section below if you want to, and good running, I guess. So you guys have a good one, and good luck on getting that top of the leaderboard shit. See you guys next time. Z-Man is out.